to Arm Pitching Development free pitching analysis. Today we're looking at a 13-year-old named Wade, and just a couple of things before we get started that try to remember that the person conducting the analysis, or the analysis, is somewhat subjective to the person or the viewpoint of those conducting the analysis or those that are coaching the athlete. So my point is that a lot of people have a varying opinion or a difference of opinion on maybe the way things should go down. That's fine. I'm open-minded to that, and what I would say to you is invite yourself into the comments section and post those there, or try to keep things at a professional level. And if you have something to add, then add it into the comments and we'll try to review it. We'll be looking at 5 key elements today, just to keep the video short and kind of simple. Balance and posture, stride length and direction, arm angle and timing, efficient energy transfer, and then follow through and deceleration. So we'll just cover those real quick, real easy. I'll put a little snippet up on the screen so you guys can take a screenshot of that if you guys want to talk, take a look at it, or keep a copy for yourselves. And then also, if you're interested in submitting a video for a video analysis, you can send that to the email in the screen here at coachbeating@gmail.com, and then I'll take a look at it. So, all right, let's get into the video here, looking at Wade. Okay, let's get a measure of height. And then, so what I do is usually take the height of the athlete and then do a measurement from that, and then I'll take my distance here. So I think that's about right. And then so that'll give me an idea of where I'd like to see the stride length. And then all I'm doing is making a mental marker, like it'll come off of that base. So I know when we go in and measure stride length, or when he goes into a stride, what 100% should look like within the video. So I'm just making markers on it, and then I'll wipe those away here. So this looks like it's out of the windup maybe. Okay, so we're out of the windup. Okay, so load, balance, and posture. I think this part looks pretty good. It's a little distanced for me. I like to be a little more upright in the posture position, and maybe I'm a little old-fashioned, but that's just the way I've been kind of training guys, especially lately, where I like to get this toe down just a little bit sharper. This is more of a swing into position. Yeah, it's almost like you're just dumping. Well, anyways, we'll cover that. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself without really diving into it. So the momentum's going pretty quick out of the windup here. Head looks to be in a good position. Back posture looks pretty good. Hands look all right here and here. Nice relaxed position. I already saw the hip float. That looks pretty good. You know, I think if I had one thing to add on balance and posture, is just maybe being a little bit taller through the presentation and not being so rushed to throw the ball here. That'd be one take anyways. Okay, so load, then we'll go into stride length and separation here. So this is a pretty fall position. I halfway enjoy it. I mean, I like looking at everyone's uniqueness, and the way they conduct themselves on the mound is always kind of fun to see. I personally kind of like this position just because you're really driving the hip towards home plate here, and front side looks good, engaged, and we're keeping our glove hand inside cover, so that looks pretty good. Eyes are beaming down. This is all strong stuff. So I wonder about back hip hinge here. And that's what I was kind of alluding to. It's almost like you're just falling into position versus using the back leg to your advantage. I don't really see a lot of ground use when we talk about like kinetic chain stuff. We could grab the ground a little bit better. It would look like here, maybe, and then like the hinge would be here a little bit heavier. I know that's kind of a weird marker, but that's the way I kind of am looking at it. So there's your hip. You know, your hip hinge is way out front here like this. So it's not terrible. I just think you can do better in grabbing your energy off your back leg and from your back glute and your hip hinge. Okay, so going off of that. I hope that makes sense, and we'll put some pictures up here of what, you know, maybe we would try to get a little more energy out of the back leg to help you throw a little bit stronger there. Arm angles here. This is interesting. I don't know if I have an opinion on that. I just feel like I hope the arm's not late here. Let me go to landing. So yeah, it's almost like you saw, yeah. So remember when we made that marker and it was like third base out, so it's like 100% of height. I'm gonna say that you might be striding a little bit, maybe a little too far. And so if we shorten up the stride to like a 90%, like back here, that would get you to load this back hip stronger. And then you would be able to use the ground a little bit more when you're going to spin your hips. Get this thing to rotate here, maybe a little bit more efficient. And then that would be a better energy transfer. So right now it looks like this arm is going to be behind a little bit. And then I kind of want to go back to this angle real quick, this high glove hand angle. Hell, I actually, because I was looking at shoulder tilt, and the shoulders are in actually a pretty good position here. It's just counter opposite, right? So one's high, one's low. It's okay as long as your arm speed will match what your body's trying to accomplish here. So this is to me, this looks weak. So when our elbows are low here at front foot strike, it's a low W position. And I would like to see a position of strength here, up through here better. And then perhaps the same thing here to here. So try to bring your elbows upward on your stride and separation and staying on top of the ball a little bit better and a little bit longer. Right here, this seems like it's going to be a drag position. You know, I just feel like you're too low here at this point. Let me go into transfer. Let's see how far back the arm is behind the chest here. First, let's point out some notes. I think this is actually not bad. This is good position of strength. I feel like this is a good position of strength here on the back foot. So going back to my point where maybe you should grab the ground and shorten up a little bit longer, because I was worried about the hips transferring. I mean, it looks like you are transferring your energy going to home plate. I just think your arm action looks late right now. There's a collapse right here too. I mean, it is syncing up, so maybe not. Maybe the angle is just a little tough for me, but it looks like the energy here is kind of shutting down into the ground instead of staying stronger. At this point, I would almost be bringing this front hip up and then trying to extend that ball release out front here a little bit stronger. In presentation, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let me look at so when you throw, all this is minimal right here, right? And then it's your energy's just kind of dumping into the ground, it looks like, and we're not getting full extension over the rubber. So ideally it'd be like here to here. So I think shortening up the stride length may be the play here. And then your window of release. So we're talking about the leg blocking component where I'd want to see this leg block up here. This hip would be a little bit stronger. This would force the hand position out here probably a little bit more, and a little bit stronger position with your chest going up. So there's definitely some strength things to work on of pitch. Yeah, this just looks like you're shutting your energy down. You are carrying the ground, but it's almost like the blocking phase is too late. I think we could hit that a little bit earlier, but I wonder if it's because of your stride length that you're hitting it. So it's hard to get into that position earlier because of how far you're going. I'm just looking at the timing of the arm angle, and the external rotation looks pretty good. So flexibility looks fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sticking with my guns on this and saying maybe shorten the stride length just about another 6 inches. Start there and then see if you could load your back leg a little bit. And then I'm putting up some examples for you to look at, and then see if you want to try to work within the frames of those positions. So let's talk about follow through and deceleration real quick. So technically, I like this position here, right? This all looks fine. And then the arm looks like it's decelerating well. I think we're just getting there a little bit later than maybe we should. You have more power in you, Wade. You really do. You can throw the ball a lot harder than probably you are right now. And a lot of it to me has to do with the strength of this back leg. It's not that it needs to be straight here. It doesn't. It's the way we're getting over and presenting the pitch, extending it, almost like you're rolling a little bit over your right hip. I mean, ball release is over the front leg, you know. I mean, you're getting there. It's just in a soft position here with your core. So if I had to, you know, if you were with me, I would be talking about core strength. Primarily core strength and probably glute strength and hamstring strength. So core strength, your abdominals, your hip flexors, your gluteus maximus, right? So strengthening those areas up is going to help you be stronger in when you're going to go transfer your energy forward to home plate, and that will give you a stronger pitch to. So I think for 13 this is pretty good, and left-handers are always kind of seem a little bit awkward to me, but yeah, I just think let me clear this out. Right here, you're transferring your energy into the ground, right here. Right there. And then so now it's asking the arm, it's asking your shoulder and your arm to do the bulk of the throw, right? Because we kind of have a little bit poor engagement from. Yeah, I think keep working at it. Obviously, I think, you know, you have some talent here. You're not, I love the unique style, right? So don't think that I'm not like appreciative of everyone's own individual take on how to pitch a baseball. I am. It's just my take. This is definitely like a ride the slide down. I like that. It's just I would like to push this knee back a little bit more and shorten it up just a smidge. Right there, it's like extra. I don't know, try this. So like, see how you're landing on your heel to absorb right there? What if we go back like here, and this is my point. What if we're pointing the toe down, right? Let's just say this. Say we're pointing the toe down, and then we carry the toe pointed down all the way to our landing point. You would have a tendency to go a little bit shorter on your distance here. Man, I like this. I like this stride length. I do, but you just convert the energy so soft right here. Yeah, it's just my take, man. Work on your strengths, right? Keep building, keep growing, keep learning. Pick things out that maybe I'm giving you examples of that you feel like, oh yeah, I want to reach those planes of motion. I want to be in that frame. But there is some things that you can work on in my book that says that you could be a little bit stronger with your pitch. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'm going to wrap this one up. And remember, if you want to submit a video, drop me an email with fairly high resolution image of your guy pitching. Until I shoot the next video, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Take care.